So another great episode of Shangri-La Frontiers in the books, and honestly on this one, it's kind of a meeting episode, but actually a really good one. I think it was placed really well in the actual timeline and events. So, as we get into this, I think Shangri-La Frontier is a really good representation of MMOs nowadays. I keep talking about it, I keep thinking about how good it is, because this is definitely an anime made by gamers, people that understand how games are done, especially MMOs, as far as characters, guys wanting to have female characters and, all little things like that. Just a lot of little nuanced things that those that have played MMOs completely understand. But in this one, the timeline of how things are, the first two episodes, we got some action. We saw how the group is, starting off from the end of the first season. And now we finally have a chance to sit down, relax, and kind of recap a little bit of what happened in the first season. So for those that might have missed part of it or don't remember, we were here sitting down talking about all the things that really happened to Sunraku and how fortunate he really is. He's looked into some special events that people that have played this game for a very long time haven't even had the chance to even do. As the Saiger clan was talking about how their whole crux and what they want to do is to go against the 7 colossi, yet that they haven't even taken down one, and they've only met a few of them only on chance occasions. So now it seems that they're like, hey, we finally get this chance to talk to Sunraku and figure out, all right, you guys beat one of the 7 colossi and you've met one of the major ones, so we need to figure out what it is, what's up with you guys? How do you know all this stuff? I will have to say, from the first time kind of meeting Saiger 100, I think she's been mentioned and shown here and there, but not really actually seen her character. It seems she was very impressed by Sunraku, to the point that she was almost at the point of inviting them to what I think is to fight against Lycagon once again. But that was kind of tabled and brushed off to the point that, oh, maybe she was going to ask that. Maybe she was going to ask fighting a different colossi, because she definitely was impressed by Sunraku of how he was able to analyze so much on just one encounter with Lycagon. When she said that they fought against Lycagon a couple of times, yet he's able to get draw so much conclusions from one chance encounter that even she's like, wow, this guy's gonna do something to this game. They're of course cut off from Amelia as she's trying to be like, hey, I want to get into Rabituza. Tell me how to do it for not just a brief mission. I want to stay there. She's all over Emul and she wants, cuteness overload, if you will. So everyone kind of comes to this meeting wanting different goals and different aspirations and what they want out of this game. And they kind of know more, especially the Wolfgang clan, knows a lot of information that everybody else wants to have, that I'm surprised that they just freely are sharing information. Although several people are keeping some stuff close to their chest, especially Sunraku. So we know how Sunraku was given the chance to get to Rabituza. It was all in the first few episodes of Shangri-La Frontier, but all that chance encounter, the people he's met in Rabituza, all of that was just new to everyone else that hasn't even played this game ever before. That this game has ways of giving people unique circumstances and unique encounters if they meet certain conditions, but their conditions are so minute that barely anyone's ever gotten these unique stuff. But hey, Sunraku is lucked into one of these things by getting to Rabituza. And now Amelia, that is from the clan that likes animals and the creatures that are in this game, she's like, yeah, I want to stay in the land of rabbits and figure out how in the world, how am I able to freely go there? Sunraku keeps a lot of information close to his chest. He's definitely not going to tell them how he got there. And it's just like, yeah, about that, let's talk to my rabbit and see what she can do. Oh, she's going to talk to her brother, the king? Yeah, they're going to figure out and see if there's a way for you guys to get back in there. All right, I'm done with that conversation. Let's move on to the next one. So he's just kind of like briefly brushing this aside because he's keeping everything close to his chest. So I don't blame him, because, if you get something super unique like that, You don't want everyone replicating it, especially if he knows the steps to do it. Everybody else is like, oh, so that's how you do it? Let me follow these same steps. I mean, just remember everything that went on in the first season. He's had so much bonuses and such happen from him being able to go to Rabituza. He was able to meet with the big boss. He was able to have training under him. He was able to have, I mean, Big Boss is basically as a blacksmith. We had the whole segment where he was singing as he's over there using his blacksmith to craft stuff. Like all of that bonuses that Sunraku has gotten, you don't just want to give that away. Even if it's like, yeah, you might be my friend, maybe. I don't know you too much. But like I said, I can't blame him. If I had the same thing happen to me, I barely would tell anyone myself. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. It just happened. I have no idea. So I don't blame Sunraku for the way he felt and dealt with the situation in the meeting, unless he can get some type of huge bonus out of it. Right now, keep it to himself. Overall, I think this is a great episode. It doesn't surprise me that Pencilgon was asking for alliance, because that's what I was thinking. I literally was saying like, yeah, you guys should ally up. And makes sense that they may actually do go into alliance because of the ending credits, where all of these people from pretty much from this table are in the ending credits and the dancing, you know, scene and such. If they start growing together as far as a unit and actually become a unit that fights and does different things, it makes sense that all those characters are in the ending credits, because they, in comparison to the first season, didn't know each other, but now they go off and do things together. Like I said, it makes sense that that would happen, and it leads to the fact that probably a yes does happen here, that become alliance. Maybe there's probably some special conditions that come out of it, but the fact that they were around, they were here at this table and discussing and having a huge discussion, this allows them as characters to grow closer to one another, and they can actually go off, and if they do decide to fight more Colossi, that works out for them. I'm glad that they actually went and broke down all the different Colossi, and the information they have is on 5 of them, but there's still 2 more. And I believe they were saying those 2 more is probably from the DLC that happened in the new area. So we may in this season learn more about either new Colossi or older ones. And I mean, Sunraku still has to get his get back on Lycagon, because whether or not he defeats Lycagon, he needs to at least fight it again, because I would love for him to get closer or at least learn more about it, because they defeated Weathergon, and maybe once Sunraku gets the upgrades that he needs for the rewards they had gotten from defeating Weathergon, maybe it'll be a lot easier for him to take on Lycagon. So I don't know. I can only speculate at this point, but it's a great, I am glad that they had an episode like this to where we can get a little bit of information, and it catches some people up that may have missed or forgotten some things from the first season. So that's my 2 cents on it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. But of course, don't be a stranger. Make sure you guys subscribe and like the video, because I love to see more of you guys around here. I mean, we have almost 300 subscribers. So I definitely love to see more people here, have those numbers even higher. So I love to have you guys here, and I love to have your guys' input in the comments. And make sure, of course, to check on the Patreon if you haven't already for the reactions for this anime and several others that are there. And we definitely have uploads as well as the unedited gameplay if you're into from the main channel, Analyze It Gaming. In the meantime, please be safe, take care, and Lord willing, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.